Welcome to I Wrote This News. Today is February 1st, 2022. Behold, your news. Story number 1. Hey, Smithsonian, who's your daddy? Founder of Amazon and guy who doesn't know how to wear a cowboy hat, Jeff Bezos will have his name attached to the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum's new building for at least 50 years in exchange for a $200 million donation, according to a report. Plans for the $130 million Bezos Learning Center were announced last summer after Bezos gave the largest ever donation to the museum since its founding nearly 180 years ago. An additional $70 million from Bezos is earmarked toward renovating the National Air and Space Museum in the capital. The new facility is scheduled to be built on the east side of the museum's plaza at its flagship location on the National Mall. The building will be erected on the site of the museum's existing restaurant, which is scheduled for demolition. When asked for comment, Bezos' arch-rival and guy whose full name is an anagram for Serene Alkovum, Elon Musk replied, "I get the desire to pay to have your name attached to something great. After all, NASA is paying me billions of dollars to put their logo on our spacecraft." Second stage burn, indeed. Story number 2. Sources say that Trump told Homeland Security to grab states by their voting machines. 6 weeks after Election Day, with his hold on power slipping, President Donald J. Trump directed his lawyer and all-natural greenhouse gas emitter Rudolph Giuliani to make a remarkable call. Trump wanted him to ask the Department of Homeland Security if it could legally take control of voting machines in key swing states, said 3 people familiar with the matter. Giuliani, whose name is an anagram for hauling our lipid, did so, calling the department's acting deputy secretary, who said he lacked the authority to audit or impound the machines. The new accounts show that Trump, who couldn't accept that he'd lost the election and whose ego bruises more easily than my 90-year-old father on blood thinners, was more directly involved than previously known in exploring proposals to seize voting machines. The scheme was concocted as Trump grasped unsuccessfully for evidence of fraud that would help him reverse his defeat in the 2020 election, according to sources. If accurate, this was one of the few times that Trump didn't get away with just grabbing what he wanted. Story number 3. The Gray Lady adopts love child of Hangman and Sudoku. Wordle, that annoying game that everyone else is playing but you, and then posting pictures of little colored tiles as if they'd solved the cold fusion problem, has become an official part of the New York Times portfolio. Wordle was picked up by the newspaper, whose name is an anagram for the monkey's right, for a sum in the low quote, 7 figures. Will Shorts, editor of the New York Times crossword, explained why Wordle is such a great fit for the publication's elite readers, saying, "It's a great puzzle, and it doesn't take long to play, which makes it perfect for our age when people have short attention spans." Story number 4. Domino's Pizza says, "Come and get it yourself." Facing a shortage of workers, Domino's Pizza is hoping to incentivize its customers to choose carryout over delivery. Beginning Monday through May 22nd, Domino's will be, quote, tipping customers $3 if they order online and choose carryout instead of delivery. The credit can be used on a future online carryout order. Domino's, whose name is an anagram for "No way are we going to pay workers higher wages if we can just pay our customers instead," said that the promotion could help alleviate stress on its limited number of workers right before the Super Bowl, which is one of the company's biggest pizza sales days. Now it's time for On This Date in History. On this date in 1327, the teenaged Edward III is crowned King of England, but the country is ruled by his mother Queen Isabella and her lover Roger Mortimer. We've all been there. On this date in 1861, Texas secedes from the United States and joins the Confederacy a week later. Y'all should have known better. On this date in 1960, 4 black students staged the first of the Greensboro sit-ins at a lunch counter in Greensboro, North Carolina. On this date in 1998, Lillian Fishburne becomes the first female African American to be promoted to Rear Admiral. Celebrating birthdays today, comedian Garrett Morris, actors Sherilyn Fenn and Michael C. Hall, singer, actress and offspring Lisa Marie Presley, actress and martial artist Ronda Rousey, singer Harry Styles, and golfer Jackie Cupid. Happy birthday to all of them, and if your birthday is today, a very happy birthday to you as well. By the way, if you or someone you know is having a birthday and would like us to announce it on the show, leave us a voice message or send an email. The links are in the show notes. Today's news was brought to us by the New York Post, the New York Times, CNN, and the website that I depend on the way a baby depends on mother's milk, Wikipedia. If you have a comment or a question about anything you've heard today, or if you have a suggestion, please send us a note at I Wrote This News, all one word, at thatradioshow.com. That email address one more time is I Wrote This News, all one word, at thatradioshow.com.
One more thing, if this podcast sounds a little funny, that's because it's also an experiment. All of the vocals were generated using AI technology. Hopefully the show will sound different and better as the tech improves and as we improve at using it. I'm Bob Neese, hoping you have an amazing day. We'll get together again soon.